Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about Virgin Galactic stock or space stock. And the reason why I'm actually looking at this stock is not because it's up over 30% in the last week. It's actually because I know a lot of you guys subscribe to the channel as a result of me covering this stock. And in the past, I was very bullish on what could happen in the future of Virgin Galactic. But the more and more research I do, I see that this stock in the short term is honestly a sell. They don't really have a lot going for them here. And I hope a lot of you don't get mad, but this bullish rating that Bank of America initiated on Virgin Galactic is just nothing special. They haven't said anything new. They haven't changed anything about the company fundamentally. And a lot of you actually know this already, but a lot of the stuff that is pushing Virgin Galactic stock to the upside is going to be happening still years into the future. And this is one of the main reasons why, when I made my last video about Virgin Galactic, I was able to identify a very strong support price for their stock. And you can see that I was completely right. They didn't really break below this $15 to $16 level. And even though they rocketed up now, we're seeing the consequences of a stock that just doesn't have that bouncing power. It doesn't have that volume. And honestly, you can see that this stock has been moving very much off the hype. Now, this is a trading platform called tradingview.com where I do all my technical analysis. And guys, like I always say, if you trade without technical analysis, you're basically going in blind. You're basically putting your money in the market and praying that your money doesn't get blasted by this market. And with a market so volatile like what we're seeing now, with so much stuff going on and so much uncertainty at these high prices, you really need to do yourself a favor and come on tradingview.com and at the very least see what the history has been on the stock you're trading. Now, if we do look at the history of Virgin Galactic, you can see that they've been trading between this $21 level and $15 for the last few months, ever since April and ever since the bottom of the economic downturn that we saw after COVID. And one of the main reasons why I actually was very bullish on this stock is because I saw the way that they broke through this resistance here at the $21 level back in July, and it made me very happy that they went up all the way to 27 because I saw this as an opportunity for them to break this old long-term resistance and potentially push up all the way to their all-time highs around the $40 to $45 range. However, you can see that this just wasn't true. It just wasn't happening. There's very low volume on the stock when we're at these all-time high prices, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about from the graph down here. If we zoomed in on the 5-minute, every time that we're near this $27 to $28 range, people just get cold feet. They don't think that the stock can push any higher, and especially not these investing institutions, the banks that most of the time are the ones pushing these stocks past these resistance points when they decide to invest. And that honestly just hasn't happened with space stock. And you can see that the last two times that they reached this $21 level, they've just sold off very strongly, and the same as when they reached 27. Now, the critical thing for this stock, especially after this new buy rating from Bank of America, is going to be to see whether they break back all the way to the bottom of this $14 channel, or if they're going to see any type of resistance at the halfway point around $18. Now, if they are able to see some support around the $18 mark, then I think this might be a new future for the space stock because of the fact that they are having a lot more investors looking at the stock, and maybe this extra volume on their stock is going to be able to hold them around the $18 range, which would be my key signal that this stock even has life in it. If they just keep continuing to sell back to $14, then it's very obvious that this stock is just trading off the hype and isn't really a good play for the long term or even in the short term, as anything could potentially happen as far as hype. You don't know why the stock is going up or down on a daily basis, and it's going to be critical here that your analysis actually sticks. And the analysis right now is showing that Virgin Galactic stock is just a very weak stock. Every time we run up to these all-time high levels, or even these medium high levels at 21 or 27, we just see a huge sell-off in the days following. And I kind of want to show you guys how weak this stock is on the 5-minute chart and on the lower time periods where you can actually see every single candle and get a better understanding of what's happening at these higher prices. Now, you can see that around 5 days ago or 4 days ago, this stock ran up massively, and they especially ran up during the after hours. And when a stock runs up during after hours, a lot of traders miss out on getting in at these medium prices nobody really bought in between 16 and 19. And what that means is that for a lot of traders, it's going to be do or die. If the stock does not stay above the open price of this day right here, then it's going to be a lot of people selling out, because there's also a lot of people who just buy right at the open for $19. And when they see a stock getting close to the price they bought it at, they'd rather sell out than take the risk. And I feel like that's what's happening a lot of the time, especially with this stock, is that a lot of people are seeing them get close to this price of $19 and just get spooked and sell out their position instead of holding on and potentially pushing the stock more to the upside. And it's going to be very critical, like I said, to see whether or not Virgin Galactic is going to be able to find resistance around the $17 mark. Personally, I don't think they'll be able to based on what we've seen in the past, but I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of more traders come in this time, especially with the support of Bank of America behind the company. So it's just going to have to be something that we wait and see. And if you even zoom in closer here on the 5-minute chart, you're going to be able to see how easily we break through these key levels here. And it's just absolutely like butter. You can see that in the day here today. So this is today after the after hours market. And you can see that we tried to stay up at this 1950 level, which was a key level back here, and we just couldn't break back above. People would rather sell off when they see these key levels being tested than stay in. And it's the same for these higher levels. You can see right here, we had a small bounce. A lot more people bought in, but soon after we saw a huge sell-off. And this is one of the main characteristics of this stock. It just can't hold up this higher price. And as a technical analysis trader, I can't really recommend this stock, especially not in the short run, to anybody who is watching the channel. So as you can see here, they've had multiple opportunities to open up higher, and instead of holding off the price, they sell off extremely strongly. And this is not going to give traders even time to pull out of their position. You're looking at almost 10 to 20 minutes of time here where the stock absolutely sells off like mad. And if you look at around 2 to 3 hours, you can see how much of a difference this can make for a trader. Almost $1.50 of value lost. And for a company that's only worth $20, this is going to be a very substantial amount of their price. You can see that they're down almost 7% on the day. So if your position suddenly lost 7% in a single day, that's not really a good position, is it? So that's just one of the main things that I want to point out about Virgin Galactic stock, about space stock, especially in the short run and looking to the long run. If this stock doesn't find support around the $18 mark, I personally wouldn't recommend this for a short or long position. Now, if you are able to get them for $14, which is their low of the economic downturn, and honestly their fairest price at the moment, then you obviously got a good position. But anything over $18, I wouldn't recommend you to buy in. It's not going to be profitable in the short run, and maybe even in the long run, who knows, this stock is not going to be able to be profitable. So it's just something to think about here. Don't take my word for it. As always, you guys are welcome to do your own research on the stock, but this is my personal opinion on space stock, and I just don't see them having the volume or the strength as a stock to hold up these higher prices and to continue trading upwards when we do see some good news like what we've seen with Bank of America. Also, like I said, a lot of you leave comments for me saying that this stock, the good news that they're having is going to be all coming in 2021, 2022, and the future. And that's going to be another thing and another one of the reasons why this stock is just not able to hold up this higher price. I was actually in a position around $19, and I held that position for over 3 months. So like I said, I was watching around the 21. I thought we might see a small bounce to the upside here. I bought into a position and I got caught holding it because we did not hold this $17 level. And I really regret buying into this position so early, as I honestly had a feeling that this stock had weak fundamentals, and now we can see that this is true. So just be very careful, guys. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.